Good morning, everybody. It's Serafina, and I'm here with your daily tarot insight. So, before we begin, I would like to call upon the spirit of the universe that loves us unconditionally. I would like to call upon the spirits of this land, of this island, and of this ocean, and I thank them for holding the space and for their ancient wisdom. And I would like to call upon my guides, archangels, ancestors, my higher self, and my team of light. And I thank them for their presence and guidance with this collective reading. I would also like to call upon Archangel Raphael to the east, Archangel Michael to the south, Archangel Gabriel to the west, Archangel Uriel to the north, Archangel Sandalphon below, and Archangel Metatron above. Okay, so Mercury is officially direct as of Friday. So we're still going to be going through the shadow period where we're going to see lots of resolutions with whatever happened before. If your computer broke down, if certain paperwork came back, from whatever you were filing, if you had difficult conversations. So a lot is going to be resolved over the next week or so. And the exciting thing is that the moon is now going to be waxing into the full moon in Sagittarius in a couple of weeks. Other than that, Saturn has officially gone retrograde as well. I think that's happening today. And it's going to be there retrograde for a couple of months, if I recall correctly. And Saturn is in Aquarius. So I suggest that you check out to see where Aquarius is in your chart, what house it is. Okay, so, beloved spirit of the universe, what loving guidance is there for the collective today? What loving guidance is there for the collective today? We have the card of the Star. It says, Red King, Alchemy of the Star. Okay. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Four of Pentacles. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have the Hierophant. Oh, we have another one. We have the Two of Cups. Let's pick one more. What further guidance is there for the collective today? Oh, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so to complement, I'm going to pick from this new deck that I got. I was very attracted to it, and it's called Gateway of Light Activation. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have Order of Melchizedek, Embraced by Light, Mission Uncovered, Don't Give Up. So Melchizedek is known kind of like as an angelic persona, but not only that, it's kind of like someone who teaches us about alchemy and about magic and also about higher learning, right? So I want to read from that to see what comes through. And I also want to pick from this Ascended Masters. Keepers of the Light, it's called. What further guidance is there? Oh, we have one. It's called Charity, Prayer and Contemplation. Connect with Heaven, ask and you shall receive. I'm going to pick one more. What further guidance is there for the collective? We have the Shekinah, Sacred Self, Unleash Your Spirit. Express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of light. And you know what? I'm going to pick one more. I love having different sources. What further guidance is there for the collective today? We have Stillness. Nice. So look at all the colors of these cards. They're all very similar. We have purples, and we have pinks. So this could be speaking to some of you if these are colors that you have been seeing recently. Okay, so what a beautiful card to start out with, the Star. The Star speaks about healing ultimately, and it speaks of us being able to receive those cosmic downloads, being able to weave different patterns of healing with whatever we're going through. It also represents us being able to recognize our stellar selves, right? And recognizing our place in the universe and knowing that the transits are whirling around us, right? But, more on a mundane level, the Star is one of the most positive cards in my opinion. And it's a card of healing. It's a card of being able to kind of like immerse ourselves in the cosmic waters, and it's also a card of good fortune. So it tells me that whatever's happening this weekend, it's gonna be like fresh water coming in for us. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can have two sides to it. One is either that we need to let go of things that we've been holding on a little bit too tightly. It can mean like us, kind of like being not seeing the other side of the coin, and us needing to release kind of like the boundaries that we've held up too closely. And the other side, it could be of us kind of like holding on to what's important to us, of what's of value to us, and keeping it close to our heart. So today I'm feeling that it's more the second one, of us being able to hold whatever it is that we are building in our life, or whatever it is that we're putting our daily effort into, close to our heart. Why do I say that? Because we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant speaks of higher levels of commitment. And I'm really associating it with Melchizedek. We could say that Melchizedek is kind of like a Hierophant or a high priest, right? So I always associate the Hierophant and the High Priestess together, kind of like the divine masculine, the divine feminine. So as I mentioned before, the Hierophant has to do with higher levels of commitment. And not only that, but higher levels of learning. And so I feel that some of us are maybe being called to, and I'm noticing here, look how beautiful. He's on a ladder picking things, and he has all these beautiful birds. And birds for me represent like wisdom, right? And they're different types of birds. So it's kind of like allowing ourselves, and there's even a crown here. There's a crown here at the bottom of the tree. It's kind of like allowing ourselves to grab higher knowledge, allowing ourselves to go up this ladder and receive the fruits of this sacred tree of life. So I feel that it's a call to higher commitment. And I'm also noticing these people bathing here. Kind of like you have this water that's coming from this like sacred garden, and it's coming into here, and these people are bathing here. So it's kind of like bringing in this cosmic, this knowledge that we're allowing ourselves to reach, and bringing it into our mundane life and bathing in that. We have the Two of Cups. What a beautiful card. Some of us may be having a positive experience regarding our romantic relationships, or delving into deeper levels of self-love with ourselves, having that alchemical marriage of the divine masculine, divine feminine within us. On a mundane level, it speaks of our relationships, right? And so given that these past cards have been so positive, I say that there's going to be moments of bliss, little moments of bliss within our romantic relationships or our friendships. And we're finishing off with the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can indicate a time when we have like lots of options, right? And we're kind of like having to choose from different things. So what I'm hearing right now is the need to prioritize, the need to be able to choose intuitively, like the Hierophant would do, or with higher wisdom, and being able to choose what it is that we want to focus on. Sometimes it can also speak of a little bit of, I'm reading this, it says Venus of starry water. There's so much love in this reading, honestly. There's so much, I'm feeling so much positivity right now. The Seven of Cups can also speak of us not seeing things clearly, like we don't have enough information yet. And so this is the last card, so I'm seeing that whatever it is, we're gonna have to like be able to let the fog clear away. And even if we can't see things clearly right now, we're gonna have to choose. So I want to read from this one of the Order of Melchizedek and see what wisdom it has for us. Melchizedek, whose name means King of Righteousness, is the first high priest mentioned in the Bible, the one who initiated all the great teachers that followed him. He is mentioned in several Abrahamic texts, including the Dead Sea Scrolls and also the Kabbalistic Zohar. He is an ancient gatekeeper of the light. Perfect, right? Gatekeeper is the Hierophant is a gatekeeper, who is dedicated to helping all those walking a spiritual path to take the initiatory steps to align with the light. The best way to describe this great being is as a wizard. When you invoke him, you will feel the presence of a loving and angelic grandfather who wants to guide you to your greatness. The Order of Melchizedek was once mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament. It's a divine order of very high frequency light beings, angels and masters who are working together as an energetic force dedicated to lighting up the outshining darkness and bringing greater balance to the masculine and feminine energies. So when you're feeling challenged by something that feels like a big life lesson, call in the Order of Melchizedek, light bearers, angelic beings, and cosmic guides. Thank you for enveloping me in your brilliant crystal light. And it says the message of this: you have learned so much and are now recognizing all the lessons your experiences and challenges have brought you. The Order of Melchizedek is coming to you today to encourage you to continue on this pathway and to not give up. Even in moments of darkness and fear, there is an opportunity for you to share your light. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, it's imperative for you to know that you are not alone. Light is with you and within you, and by invoking spiritual support, you will be able to muster up the strength, courage, and focus to surmount whatever challenges you are facing. So it's a beautiful card of hope, which is what the star is as well. And how perfect that we have the Hierophant as well, which is a high priest. So I feel that the Melchizedek energy light is coming really, really strong. And it's saying, hold on to what is sacred to you. Hold on to what is sacred to you and what brings more love into your life. Nurture what brings more love into your life. And don't allow illusions to, take you off path, basically. And yeah, so allowing the illusions to fall away and prioritizing, right? Prioritizing what it is that we want to put our focus on with higher levels of commitment. And how do we do that? By prayer and contemplation, right? This is a card that reminds me that when I sit down and I genuinely speak to God, and you can call that prayer, everything is heard. Everything is heard. And it's funny because I was looking at some journals that I had some years ago, and I noticed that almost everything that I write down in prayer somehow comes into manifestation. And if it doesn't come in exactly the way I wanted it, it comes in even better because I could not see things. So I feel that this is a reminder for some of us to actually sit down in prayer. And there are very different ways of praying. I like to talk to God like if it was my best friend, because it is, right? So the more genuine and heartfelt it is, the better it is. The Shekinah is known as the female aspect of God. Metatron is the masculine, Shekinah is the feminine. And it's kind of like the Holy Spirit that comes in. So it says, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. So this could be a message for some of us to literally dance, or to recognize that we are in a cosmic dance with everything that's happening. So maybe taking time for stillness, right? Taking time for stillness in the reflecting pool to be able to make heartfelt intentions and prayers, and also being able to dance with this beautiful energy. So yeah, I feel that that's a very uplifting message on a mundane level, because I feel that this is very high, right? So on a mundane level, I'm seeing that there's openings for healing. There's openings for hope right now in your life, whatever it is that you're feeling that you're being bogged down by, or challenges that there are, because, we are having some transits that maybe not so, that are a bit difficult for us right now. We're transitioning into summer soon, right? So don't allow yourself to be bogged down by that, and stay true and call upon help, pray and dance, right? Okay, so to finish, I'm going to pick from another deck that I recently got that I was very attracted to. That's called the esoteric Buddhism of Japan. So let's see what beautiful entities will come through for us. Beloved Spirit of the Universe, what loving guidance is there for the collective today? What loving guidance is there for the collective today? We have, okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this. First, I'll show you it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the artwork. Dainichi Nyorai. Nyorai. Dainichi Nyorai. Look at those colors. Look at that luminous. Beautiful. Okay, so let's read, and it's actually number 1. The highest and most exalted esoteric Buddha of the sun. And so it describes here knowledge, the knowledge fist. So the mudra it's doing is the knowledge fist. And this is the throne of the lion. It says, your decisions are correct. Only you can decide your path. Create something new. Accept yourself as you are. Wisdom from Buddha. You have certainly come far. Your life is your own. No one else can make choices for you. No one can force you to do anything, and you cannot force others. Even if no one else has done it before, if you believe in your path, then you should walk it. While there is comfort in the familiar, there is no need to follow the crowd. Create something in the world has never seen and become a pioneer. And then it goes a little bit more into the history of it. And then it says, blessings are wisdom, being granted what you desire. So this is a beautiful card to finish off this reading. And it speaks of greater levels of self-acceptance. And I just feel like this illumination, right? It's a sun card. And I think it really speaks to what Melchizedek was also speaking of, just like no matter what challenges you have endured right now, ultimately, you are forging your path with Creator, right? And to be able to recognize that your choices are yours. And those choices that we make happen every single day, right? They're Kaizen choices that we make every single day that go building up, right? So if we envision our life for the next months, how can we take daily practical steps to build the life that we want to build for ourselves? And if that's a life of more peace and more tranquility, how can you sort out your schedule so that you have more time for yourself? If you're building a creative project, what can you do every single day to be able to build up to that specific project? And remember to always call in some help. Learn to dance and to express yourself exactly as you are, which is also the message of the star. As I mentioned various times, it's ruled by Aquarius. So it's us being able to find our luminous self within the greater collective. Because if we are all one and we're all awakening to our potential, then we want everybody to shine. Because when everybody shines, then the one will be complete, right? Stick to what you are passionate about. Hold it close to your heart, because there's higher knowledge and higher wisdom that is asking to be cultivated. It's like there's all this wisdom that has been passed down by the ages and that we're able to tap into through the collective consciousness. And it's just like ripe fruit that's waiting to be picked, right? So allow ourselves to commit to something that's important to us. And that'll seep into our relationships with self and with others. So we're able to bring down that wisdom and actually weave it into our daily life. And don't get bogged down by all the choices you have. Cut through the fears of illusion, through the illusions of fear. I'm going to show this card one more time just because it's so beautiful. The lion throne and the mudra. Okay, everybody, I hope that this was useful to you. May you have a beautiful weekend. And I'm going to ask you to please like or comment on this video if it resonated with you, and share it also with your community, because maybe, there's a message here for somebody. Okay, everybody, see you. Bye.